Hello everybody. This is Rhonda with Rhonda's Repurpose Home Decor. Please come in and join me for my segment on Craft Around the Clock tonight. It's been a little bit since I've been on with everything that's been going on with me. So please, if you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, please join that. It is a free group. And also, if you're not part of Rhonda's Repurpose Home Decor, please come and follow me. I would love to have you part of my family. So please come in. Miss Tracy's going to be getting us over in just a minute here. But let me go ahead and I've got some people. Hi, Lori. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Brenda. Hey, Sandra. Yes, it's been a bit, you guys. I have been okay, she hasn't got me over there yet. It's been quite a bit of a roller coaster for me this past month with having my gallbladder out, and it's not for the weak and fainted-hearted at all. I have had nothing but complications since I've had it out. There she is. Hello, Miss Tracy. Okay, so she's got me in, guys. So let me see if I can, there's my comments. Okay, so hi Tracy. So tonight, guys, I've already started working on this. This is a cigar box, okay? I don't know what I'm gonna do up here yet, but the inside, as you can see, I've already cut out some felt that you could pick up at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever. And this is going to be glued down on the inside of here. So I do know that that is going to be in here on that. Then the outside, I don't know if you guys can yeah, you can see this here, and on the front pieces had some, it was, what do you want to call it? It was like a hot thing that they burn on the wood, and so it's not just, it wasn't just a piece along the top like this piece here. It was like embedded in the wood, so it went down in there, and I knew if I had just painted it, you would still see those places, and I didn't want that. So I went ahead and put a texture on this. Hi Sissy. Hi Lydia. And so I went ahead and, as you could see, I went ahead and put tissue paper and decoupaged that on it. And then the back is finished except for a top coat. And so that's what I'm gonna, well, almost complete, I should say. Hi, Kathy. Almost completed. I did it with a couple of different colors. So I still gotta paint the top. Then I took a napkin, and this was what the napkin looked like, okay? Guys, I don't remember where I got this, but the other side is, whoops, the other side has recipes on it. And one is, I don't know, baked mashed potatoes, and then the instructions. So, but anyways, that's what the napkin looked like, okay? So I took that, and I went ahead and used my water pen, and then I just went all around the outside. And this is what we are going to put on the top of this. But we've got to get this painted first. So let's get in and start that. Let me get that over here. But hello, guys. I know it's been a while. Hi, Lisa. So let's go ahead and get this started. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, let's see. That is pretty small. Let me get a bigger one for here. I don't want that one. Yeah, I've had a bit of a rough month, guys. I had my gallbladder taken out last month, September 17th, I believe it was. And those people that say, oh, it's easy, no, it's not. It is not easy one bit. I had complication after complication with mine. I wound up back in the emergency room a week after I had it taken out. I had two CT scans done because this past week I was still having problems, and it was all on my left side, guys. All of it on my left side. Your gallbladder's over here on your right. Your gallbladder's on your right. And I had all my pain on my left. And so it was weird. And, you know, everybody's telling me, you should not be in as much pain as I was. Well, I'm here to tell you, this was worse than childbirth, y'all. Worse than childbirth. I will tell that. And I told that to my doctor. I tried calling my surgeon several times going, look, you know, something isn't right. You know, I'm feeling, sharp pains. I'm feeling a burning sensation and everything. And they just told me to, you know, that different people heal different. That's what they kept saying. Different people heal different. And to just use ice and keep taking ibuprofen. And so after 3 weeks, I went to my regular doctor and said, look, what's going on? And so that's when I went in and had my second. That's when I went in and had my second CT scan, because she wanted to compare it, if it was the same or anything different compared to my first one. So I've got a follow-up appointment. I'm going to take these out, guys, because I don't want to get them painted or messed up. So this is going to be on the inside. But I'm going to, and this is just felt that I picked up at either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Okay. So, hi, Cindy. Hi, Cynthia. Yeah. I did not get it. Oh, well, Pioneer. Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah, I'm not sure where I got it. But anyway, so yeah, it was just one thing after another. And I know you all, I had you praying for me, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I do have this dry cough that I've had for quite a while. And oh my God, the first like 12 days, if I cough, oh, it was excruciating. If I said that right. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. And so, yeah, I posted a couple times, okay, y'all pray that if my cough would just go away. And you guys were on it, and you started praying, and you guys, my cough had come to like almost nothing. I hardly coughed at all. And then I had one day where I felt good, you know, pretty good. I'm like, yay, I'm finally making a turn. And then, nope. The next day, guys, my son was here, and we were going to go out to the movies and go out to eat. And I went in and was getting ready, and I went to do my hair, and I felt something. Ooh, I felt something. And so then I had a whole nother week of, oh man, anytime I was up and walking this time, if I got up and I walked or did anything, it was a burning pain, right? Well, no, my incisions are right along here. I have 4 of them. And it was like a burning and then a knife just jabbing in me. And so I just kept putting an ice pack on. And yeah, taking that ibuprofen. But it was weird because before that, once I got up and standing, I was okay. It was getting up out of bed that was, you know, getting up out of bed or having to lean back, getting up out of a chair, leaning back in the chair. And sorry guys, the toilet, ooh, I think that was as bad as getting up out of bed. But anything like that, I would hurt. But as soon as I was up and standing, I was good. When this one hit me, if I was laying down or sitting in a chair, I was fine. But as soon as I got up to do anything, I had a sharp stabbing pain. So yeah, so it's been, you know, over 4 weeks now, guys. Over 4 weeks. And yesterday, I finally felt better. And I said, okay, I think I am making a turn. And so it was kind of like I was afraid to do anything today because I didn't want another, you know, something bad to happen. Oh, it was terrible. What did my doctor say? My regular nurse practitioner, she, when I went in and told her everything what I was going through, she's like, Rhonda, she said, you should not be going through this. There is something else wrong. And she said, you know, I can see if you were having maybe some problems over here on your right side, because that's where your gallbladder is. But to have everything that hurt over here from your belly button over, most of the time was just pain and like it was on fire. And she said, we've got to get to the bottom of it. And that's when she sent me to my second CT scan. And then she said, I want to compare them. And then the next thing, you know, if it doesn't get better, then we're going to send you to a stomach doctor, whatever a stomach doctor is. And I got somebody that I know that I will send you to that. And so I said, okay. So I went and got the CT scan, and I have a follow-up on Friday. And so now that I'm better, I don't have the sharp pain, I don't have that burning anymore. I'm not sure, I shouldn't probably have to go to, you know, to a stomach doctor. So hopefully I got a big thing right there. Hopefully I won't have anything more going on. I ended up having bile duct leaking into my abdomen in another surgery. Oh my goodness, Lisa. They did, Brenda, they did a laser cut. Or wait a minute. What are you asking? Did they do a laser or cut you open? No. I gallbladder out about 3 years ago. I still have pain on my right side. Oh, really, Zanelle? No, I've got 4 incisions, one by my belly button, and then one here and like one over here, straight across. They're straight across here, right along like where my belly button's right here. And so I've got 3 of them right there. And so, all right, so guys, this color here, I forgot to tell you, is Folk Art, and it's Sage Shadow. Sage Shadow. And then this one here that I'm putting on now is Mossy Meadow by Folk Art. Mossy Meadow by Folk Art. And what I'm wanting to do is just kind of come in with this darker green, okay? And what I want to do, let me get some more of this out. What I want to do is kind of do like a wash of both of these colors. Okay, so if I can get some of this darker green, you know, along the top edge and along the bottom, and in some of those creases is what I want to do. And then just a little bit up in here. So just kind of brushing it in. And then I'm going to come back with the same brush and get in that lighter color because I don't want it all that. I kind of want it, you know, to blend both of those colors, okay? I want to try to keep, you know, a lot of it along the edges and stuff like that and along the top. But if I can get it to stay kind of just, so I'm just kind of going back and forth with the colors, guys, and just putting it on until you get what you're wanting, okay? And using the same brush to go back and forth with them, okay? So using the same brush and just kind of going back and forth. So, all right, so now let's go up here to the top section and get some of it on here. And guys, this box has, like on the top here, it's kind of beveled all the way around, if that, like, you know, kind of makes sense. It's kind of beveled, and so you don't have just, it's not just flat along the top and then flat on the sides, okay? So, and I will go back if I miss comments, guys. I know I am. I know a lot of my girls sending prayers will keep praying. Yes, guys. Hey, Brenda. I know, I missed you guys too. And you guys, oh my gosh, look at, I had 3 pokes on me. Guys, this one right here was the one that they brought in a machine. I told the girl, I am bad with my veins. They move, they roll, all of that. So, you know, you need to have somebody in here that knows what they are doing. Okay, so there's that front section, okay, so you can kind of see both colors there, right? Okay, so let's get the front, or let's get the top done. Hey, Susie, I think I saw you. And so, okay, so same brush, and I'm going to just go in there with this green, and I am just going to go along all of the edges. I want to go pretty good with it. And then I'll come back in with the middle. But Susie, yes, I'm better. Finally. And I'm just going to keep praying that, you know, nothing goes wrong. But, oh, what I was telling you, you know, when I went in to do my hair, when my son was here, and I felt something go. And I was okay once we're sitting. But if I had to stand up, forget it. It hurt. Okay, you guys see how I'm really doing it around. Like, that's a whole lot there. That's going to be. I'm not going to do here in the middle because my pumpkin is going to be there in the middle. And so I don't want this really dark color in there. Okay, so let's get some of this down here. And then I'm going to come back in with the lighter color now, because I kind of want to blend this all. And just, hi Elaine. Yes. Yeah, I was out of commission there for a while. Yeah, I wasn't doing all that well. Okay, so just kind of pick and kind of choose where you want it kind of a little bit darker and kind of a little bit lighter, okay? Get some down in some other areas, but I'm just doing both colors, guys. Just, you know, if I get a little too much, then, you know, go back with the green. And if you get a little too much of that, go back with the other. But I've got this pumpkins that I'm going to be putting down in here. So we'll get that decoupaged in just a minute. All right, so let me see. I can come back in with a little bit. I don't want that really dark color in with that other. Susie, you still haven't. You poor thing. What I'm kind of doing is if I want that green, the dark green up on top, okay, so let's get this dried and then we will get on with my Mod Podge. Well, no, I'm not gonna Mod Podge it. I'm gonna use my my Posh Chalk Pigment Infuser. Okay. So guys, just keep playing around with it until you get kind of the colors that you want. Okay, so let's get this dry, and then let's get, hi Diane. So yeah, 2 weeks down, you're down trying to pass that. So they can't go in and break it up or whatever and help you out. Once I get this laid up here, if this is a little too dark right here, I'm going to come back with a little bit of this green. Let me see about where I want this. Thinking right about in there. Right in there, I think. So, let me get some of this out of here. But yeah, they can't, I heard those hurt too, girl. Ooh. You know, I had lots of people telling me, you know, they had no problems. And get up and walk, even though it hurts. Get up and walk. If you're in that much pain, Susie, go to the emergency room. If you are in a lot of pain, go to the emergency room. I mean, I was, like I said, a week after I had my gallbladder out, I wound up back in the emergency room. Okay, so let me get this turned around. All right, and then we're gonna put this up here. Right about, probably right about there. Okay, and then I'm gonna, like I said, hi Maureen, hi Lucy, hi Georgianne. Hello, hello ladies. Okay, if I need to come back with the other, I can. But let's get this put on here. And it just takes a light amount of stuff. You don't need a whole lot of it. the lighter you go, the better, guys. You don't want a thick, you do not want a thick coating of Mod Podge underneath like we thought we used to have. No, you don't have that anymore. You want it on thin. The thicker you go with your Mod Podge, you'll have more wrinkles. Okay, you'll have more wrinkles. So you don't want, you just want a thin layer. And I'm trying to keep all of that, all of my pointed little things here out. So what have you guys been doing? It's been a hot minute. I still was posting stuff, you know, on my page for you all, you know, trying to get you guys to watch old, you know, old videos, old lives of mine, and keeping that up and going. And thank you for those that did go back and watch. I appreciate that so much. Let me get this. You know, that helps keep our page up and going. So, well, it's gonna have some wrinkles only because I put tissue paper down. I don't mind some. I don't mind some wrinkles, because just with a napkin, let's face it, you're gonna get wrinkles, right? You just are. Okay. All right, now we can come back and okay, let me dry this just a little bit. Dawn, you like wrinkles? Yeah. Okay, so let's get, well, little thing there. Let's get this dried some, and then we'll put a clear coat over it. And then I have some waxes that I thought, you know, we might can try. I don't know about it for sure yet. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and get this whole thing up here. Mod Podge, or I'm using my Chalk Pigment Infuser, and I will be putting several coats of this on. When I do something like that, I do several coats. I don't do just one. I put 2 or 3 on, and I'm gonna come down on this edge also. Oh, you know what I should have done? Well, I could still, there's a little place that I want to fix over there. Let me get a little bit of this. I want to come up a little bit on here with this. Okay, I think that's better. I wanted to get in a little bit of green right in there. I felt like it like it needed a little bit of something. Let me put that up there. I think that's good. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. And then what I've got, I did the back already with some gold. There's a little hinge up here, and I need to do that. But I wanted to ask you guys the color. Hi, Mara. Welcome in. I wanted to ask you guys what kind of color, because I could go back and put in a little bronze, or I don't think a copper. I'm thinking of maybe like a bronze color that I can put, and I will go back and I will get the sides and all also done up. But you guys get the gist of what color I'm going with, the napkin, and all of that. But I have got some corner pieces, okay? I've got some corner pieces here, and I want to put these on each of these corners, right? But I've got 4 of them here. I want to either paint these a gold like I did the back pieces. I used my liquid leaf. This is classic gold, okay? So the liquid leaf and classic gold, because you guys see the back of here? See these? I have done those in a gold already. Hello, Elaine. Thank you, Mara. It's an old cigar box. This is an old cigar box. And then we put tissue paper all over it to give it texture, because there was a, I don't know, other than like a branding, you know how they brand cows? On the top here was a word, and on the front here of the box, they were burnt in places. And you couldn't, if you painted them, you would still see them. So I had to put something over it so you wouldn't see the words and all. Kiss a Frog Crafts. Hello, hello with Judy. Hi, Anita. And so I had to get some tissue paper on there. And then we've got a couple of different greens. But I want to make sure this is good. So, tell me, I've got about 12 minutes. Okay, so I've got to paint this little handle here. Okay, I got to paint that. Okay. Tacky, tacky, tacky. And hi, Della. Are on at the same time. I know. I'm going to turn this down to cool, see if that'll help a little bit. So these are going to go here. So I either need to paint them a gold, and then I could come back with a little bit of brass or something on it. This is still a little tacky, guys, but I got to move on. What? Whoa. Hope I didn't get that on my shirt. Okay, so let's get this on here. Thank you. You guys, yes, sprinkle me out. I say spread the vine. Hi, Judy. I tell my people to spread the vine. Okay, so what I've done is I did those gold, right? I did those gold. And I want to put these up here on the corner. And so I'm thinking I want to do them in a gold. I don't know if this bronze would really, I don't think it's going to get me to that, but I could put a little bit of bronze on that. Okay, I like the bronze. Never mind, I like the bronze. So let me get this bronze all over this. Get this up here. And look at this. Let me see if I can get a little thing here. And get this all done. All right, so here's a bronze. Y'all see that? Compared to what it was, right? Okay, so, and I like that. So let me go ahead, keep going with these. And then what I will do is I will come back with a bronze and put over that so that it goes and matches a little bit better. Okay. Now the other thing that I thought about is I have got some Pint Art wax paste, and you guys, this writing is so dinky I can't even see the color of this, but it's the Pint Art wax paste, and I don't know what, it's the greenish kind of a color. I want to say it's something with turtle in it. But I thought about putting a little bit of that on there. It's a metal wax paste, it just says. I don't know if Mara is on here. She might know. But we are just putting some, and I've got my thing on here. Now I can also, guys, I don't know, we could put some wax all over this too. We could definitely do that. So you guys throw me out some suggestions. I got to this part and then I wasn't sure if I wanted to do all the waxes or what. So much prettier, yeah. Yep. Okay. So, oh yeah. All right, so then those will be on here like that. Okay. And then let me take this and see if I can take this wax and see, yeah. And just kind of go over this so you guys can kind of see. I don't know how well you can, but it does give it that little bit of that bronze. Okay, so there's that. And I will do the same on the front. I will, okay, so there's the bronze there. And I will paint this front. I will do the same so it matches. I will paint this front thing here with the gold. And then I'll come back with the wax. Okay, but let's go ahead and get these put on here. And I'm going to use, where is my, here it is. Golly, it would have bit me. Wax it to show the wrinkles. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So I'm using my B7000, guys, my B7000. And like I said, there is a little bit of a lip on this top. So it's not just a straight top and then the sides. It's like it goes across and then it bevels and then it goes to the sides, if that makes sense. So all of these will have, you know, that little bit of bevel. But that's kind of what I thought. It might give some of those wrinkles in the tissue paper a little bit more dimension. Now, I can do it in that green. You all right? Yeah. I could do it in the green, or I could do it in the bronze. I could do it in both, guys. What do you think about both colors? Okay, so I'm getting this right up in each of these corners. Okay, right up in each of those corners. And just pressing that down. What are y'all thinking? Susie Zane, same here. What am I missing? I would wax it to show the wrinkles in the paper. Della, that's beautiful. Dawn, oh, I would wax it to show more of the wrinkles. And then Dawn, Susie, same here. Okay, but you don't know. Guys, if you're not following me, please come and follow me at Rhonda's Repurposed Home Decor. If you're also not part of Craft Around the Clock, please go and join them. They're a free group, so is mine. I would love to reach 5,000. I'm a small page. I would love to reach 5,000 by my birthday, which is October 29th. So my birthday's next month, and that would be great if I could reach 5,000. Now, I don't see that happening. I know, negative Nelly. I need 140 more people to reach that. I need 140 more people to reach 5,000. Okay, so there's that. All right, so let me get this on. You know, I love B7000, but I tell you what, you start to squeeze it and it just keeps coming out at the end. Okay, so let me see what's going on here. New follower. Thank you, Judy. Experiment on the front before you do the top. Yes. Okay, so let me ask you first. Okay, do we want to do a copper or do we want to do a green? This green is a pretty green. It's a pretty green. Let me see. Let me see if I got another little old brush. Okay, let me do the back side. I haven't done the back. Okay, but I got to be careful of those. Okay, so I'm just going to do a small little section. And I'm going to get some of this . Okay, so the green, I don't know. Right here, you could tell from here to here. There's the green. You don't really see a whole lot of it. Don't really see a whole lot of that. I mean, you can see it, but I don't know if a whole lot. Do we like that green? Lisa Anderson, Melancon, thank you. Okay, let me try a little bit of this bronze. Okay, let me try a little bit of this bronze also here. I'm going right over that green. Okay. Hi, Ruby. Hello. Okay, so There's that bronze. Wait a minute, yes. This actually says brass and bronze. So that's that. And I can keep going and do a little bit more of it. What do you guys think? Guys, I've got 1 minute. Do the bear wax. Okay, so you're saying a brown. Okay. That's pretty. You guys like that? So guys, my time is up. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it so much. Go follow the next presenter on Craft Around the Clock, and I will talk to you all later. I might come on my channel. I may come on. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.